July has been an absolute firecracker of a month. Our students are still glowing after their study abroad trips continue to Greece and France. And we'll meet a shining star, the director of our brand new Business Analytics Centre. And you'll soon see why my method of staying cool this summer is just a bit fishy. It's all here in this star-spangled serving of Simon Says. First up, viewers, different groups of our students have had an absolutely once-in-a-lifetime trip to Europe. Some of the fortunate ones wound up in Athens and Paris, and I don't mean Kentucky. Aside from gaining unbelievable global market experience, they're also learning from the best of the best, including some of our very own Gatton faculty. If you haven't bookmarked it yet, be sure to check out the Education Abroad blogs. Our own Shane Haddon talks about the students' visit to the Louvre, meeting global business leaders, and even a wine tasting or two. And one of our outstanding teacher winners, Darshak Patel, gives play-by-play coverage of the students' time in Greece, including visits to the Bank of Greece Museum and the Centre of Economic Planning and Research. Plus, no trip to Greece is complete without a stop at the Acropolis. Doesn't it make you want to come back to Gatton for another undergraduate degree, viewers? I'm so sad I couldn't join the team in Greece, but Paris and Florence sure weren't bad. And I know our students were in good hands with our amazing faculty. And up next, viewers, it's been a hot summer here in Kentucky, so our dean has a great tip for staying cool. A week-long trip to a remote wilderness resort in Alaska. Your dear old dean got to try his hand at deep-sea fishing off the coast of Homer, and I have to say, I was absolutely shown up by Mike Kelly. Between Captain Chelsea and Kelly, they showed me how it was done. Thankfully, I was able to reel in a couple of big fish, just for the hell of it. And speaking of big fish, we've certainly reeled one in for you today. Dr. Tom Groleau is here with me, and he's the director of our brand new Business Analytics Centre. Tom, welcome to Simon Says.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
So let's start by having you tell us a little bit about your background. You did a PhD here at the Gatton College some years ago.
Yes, I did, some years ago. I was here when Bill Gatton gave the money that the school's named after, and he was the graduation speaker for my PhD graduation.
Wow.
And I went off to do wonderful things and came back, and it's amazing to see what the faculty, administration, and donors like Bill Gatton have done to this place in the time that I was away.
Right, so you were a department head in a small liberal arts college, and we found you and you've been back with us for a year.
Just over a year now.
So tell us about the new Business Analytics Centre.
Well, we're pretty excited about this. Business analytics spans really all areas of business. So within Gatton, it's interdisciplinary. We have faculty associated from every department in the college. And of course, we're part of a university, so education's important. We're managing the undergraduate analytics minor, which as of this morning had 203 students. We have the brand new graduate certificate in business analytics starting this fall. We're in the early stages. I'm working with Olivia Davis in accounting and Darshak Patel in economics. We're trying to launch an analytics workshop on campus for area high school students. In the research area, you and I have talked about having a summer research conference where we can bring some promising scholars into this campus and have them dig into a data set from one of our outstanding Kentucky businesses, Valvoline, Keeneland, big ass fans. I hope you're watching because we need data.
And don't forget our good friends at Kroger.
Kroger, it's a great one.
It's very interesting, Tom. As you know, I'm passionate about analytics. And
just a little.
Just a little. I hold the truest endowed chair in data analytics. Thanks again to Truist. So you and I are currently working on setting up an advisory board for our Business Analytics Centre. What do we hope to achieve by having this board?
Well, as I mentioned, data. We certainly want people from the community and businesses to feed us data because that's an important part of what we do. We want their input on curriculum issues. We have a lot of expertise in this building, but they're the ones out there doing it every day. So we want them on that information. Research, applied research especially. What are the problems facing their businesses that faculty and students here can help them with? We need them here to tell us that. We don't know. We can't read their minds.
Right. And at its best, these committees do shape the curriculum, because what's happening in business today becomes part of our curriculum tomorrow.
Absolutely. Which software should we be using? A simple question like that. We think this is leading edge. We find out, no, it's Python instead of R, or now it's R instead of Python. They need to tell us what they're doing.
Right. So changing gear, what are some of your favourite things about being back in Lexington, having been away for so many years?
It sounds silly, but just walking across campus. It's a beautiful campus. The restaurant scene, my family and I have enjoyed going to a bunch of the different restaurants, the local ones. We actually have a spreadsheet where we've listed out, here are the restaurants we want to go to, and once a week, my wife and I and the two boys, we hop in the back of my truck and we go find a local restaurant to try out.
That's great, Tom. I'd like to look at your spreadsheet offline sometime. Thank you, Tom, for joining us on Simon Says. I can't wait to be part of the Business Analytics Centre.
Well, speaking of being part of the Business Analytics Center, I do have to let people know that if they're students in the graduate certificate this year, there's a class next spring that will be taught by a world-renowned but nameless data analytics expert, and we'll have a chance to study with him.
Thank you, Tom. The secret's out. Yes, I'll be team teaching a class in the spring with Dr. Hashmati, and it'll be great to get back in the classroom. I'm a pretty tough grader. Can't wait, folks. Between Big Fish and A Small World, that just about wraps up July's Simon Says. Hard to believe next month we're back in full swing. I'm proud to say that we will be welcoming more than 1,200 new first-year students, as well as 7 new faculty. And you won't want to miss my favourite roving reporter day of the year, our annual Gatton Welcome event. And viewers, the next edition will kick off Season 4 of Simon Says. It's hard to say what the producers will have in store, but either way, see you next month, and be well and go Cats.